taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And I got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. So if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up, know when to walk away, you know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when it feels up. Secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. Every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When you finish speaking, turn back towards the window, crushed out a cigarette, faded off to sleep.
Mic drop. Good job, you guys. I felt like I kind of said a lot to you the other day. I mean, in a good way. I felt like I had a lot of good things to say to you guys, so I'm going to say some kind of smaller, nitpickier things, you know? But take it all with a grain of salt, because I think if you ask each individual dancer, they would say, you know, some things went better on Wednesday and some things went better today. That's just the way it goes, you know? And that's why you have to really give it your all every time, because you can't always control every single aspect, no matter how hard you try. The spacing, once you guys got up off the floor, was I think a little bit hinky, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't seem quite as solid. Having said that, I think you guys were missing some people, correct? So that was probably part of it. So probably some of the holes and stuff were just missing people because unfortunately everybody's been dealing with that. So also I was thinking, this is really kind of a note for all the dancers in the room, but I noticed it on you guys too, the use of your head, like we know in ballet, you know, with épaulement, port de bras, everything, our head's supposed to follow, but it's important in modern too. And like, I think who was it, maybe Lauren, perhaps, when you guys, you did kind of that yoga thing, you're pointing up, you know? I really noticed you because your head was telling me where to look. Do you know what I'm saying? So the use of your head, like where your head is facing, is really important. And I just want you guys to think about that too, because we think about it in ballet all the time, or we think about it, you know, when we're set up in our closed hold for waltz or something like that, but I don't know that we always think about it as much as modern, you know, as we should, you know what I mean? Some of the small details, like the fingers, because you guys get a lot of like really small hand work, you know, so even like, are the fingers apart, are they together, like even little things like that, you know. Now that's nitpicky because the piece looks so good. You can't get that nitpicky until the piece looks good, you know, so take that with a grain of salt. I think you guys dealt with the busy people well. Again, this is another one that's really for all the dancers. I'm noticing a lot of people are not connecting their toe to their knee and passe for pirouettes. That's like kind of a pandemic amongst all the styles. I don't know why I'm on that kick in my brain this year that sometimes you just notice certain trends with classes and you're like, oh, we gotta work on that. So just think about it. That's for everybody. It's not just you guys. My kids, everybody's kids are doing it. So is it a coupe turn? Is it, you know, it's supposed to be passe at the knee, right? Let's see what else. Oh, also, I know we talked about how you guys were not necessarily on board with the song when you first picked it. Another thing to think about is really the song's a metaphor for life. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? It's not just about playing cards or gambling. It's really about life. It's like you gotta know you know, this is the time for me to cut my losses and move on. This is the time for me to go harder and get the job, or you guys see what I'm saying? So maybe if you can kind of put that behind it, then it'll become a little bit less like, hey, look, I'm playing with some cards and throwing props around, you know what I'm saying? Because your gestural stuff is really strong. But I think if you get that underlying foundation of like, really what I'm talking about is life, not just a card game. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys know what I mean by metaphor? It's like a bigger version of that. Does that make sense to you? But I think you guys look really strong, and I enjoyed the piece a ton the other day. I think everybody's a little tired today, and the energy was a little bit down, but I think you guys are a really good class. Again, it's so great to see so many of you familiar faces, and be lucky, count yourself lucky that you have a teacher of this Friday's caliber, and be little sponges and stuff, be little SpongeBobs, suck all you can from her knowledge, her brain, and take with you. You're lucky, you know what I mean? Don't forget that, okay? Nice job.
My class, Miss Bourne's class, you are going to be evaluating Miss Ross's. If you have not yet done so, there are papers over there if you don't have them. Do you all have a paper?
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even because I put back here the bars and pause. Who is this? Ross? Sorry. Hold on. Me. I'm catching up here. Yes. Miss Bourne's class is evaluating. Right?